this is it, man. Straight, raw emotion, man. The 76ers, the Philadelphia Flyers, man, now is the time to be a Philadelphia fan again. We go through this period oh so often every once in a while around here where the city is captured by the sports team. And right now, the Philadelphia Flyers, the 3.8ers, 3.8% chance to make the playoffs after the Olympic. Make the playoffs. Not only do they make the playoffs, they shock the world and defeat the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-2 and was up 3-0. And the 76ers, after an abysmal game 1, you get blown out by like 32 points. You bounce back game 2, and everybody's like, okay, that's the game Boston's going to give you. That's the game Boston's going to like, okay, they didn't shoot the best. They turn around, lose game 3, not that bad. Even though they lost by 8 game 3, it was a lot closer than that. They lose game 4, they get blown out by that, and Embiid comes back, and you're like, okay, Boston's back. They come out, win game 5, blow them out, win game 6, blow them out, and now we're talking about a game 7, first round, 76ers, Boston. I hate to say this, and if the Sixers will go out here and fight, and if they lose on a fighting effort, and Boston beats you because Boston was better and they were at Boston, I could tip my hat to that. Because then I believe Boston's the team to go in the championship. Or at least get to the conference, or at least get to the championship. I don't know if they're going to beat OKC, but Boston's definitely still, I think, the best team. But the 76ers have pushed the best team to 7 games. Shout out to Joel Embiid. Yes, baby. He comes back after having appendicitis, having your whole epidectomy. And you come out and you look good your first game, and you don't win, and you just wonder how much was the team adjusted to him coming back, which I really think it was about in game 4. You come out, look like yourself in game 5, and do your thing in game 6. Almost finish up with a triple-double, 19 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. He did that in 34 minutes. That's the more minutes I feel comfortable with Joel Embiid playing. I don't want to wear the big guy out, but I'm not the coach. Shout out to Nick Nurse. I've been on Nick Nurse's case for the last year and a half, and I must give credit where credit's due. Nick Nurse, when it comes down to it, when it's mattered so far, I must give him credit. The coaching is superb. It has been amazing by Nick Nurse. You know what? I'm digress. I'm not gonna say amazing, but it's been better than his seen, and simply the fact that he's had his guys to actually play with. He's actually had PG. By the way, we'll get to in a second. He has Maxey and, of course, Embiid, and it makes it a whole lot easier to coach with. Now, back to what I was saying. Shout out to Paul George. I already posted it already. Man, he don't have to be like the PG-13 of 2016-17. But, man, if we get that PG, like we got PG game 6 against the Boston Celtics this year, like we got PG in game 5, watch out. I mean, this is nothing new, Sixers fans. We knew this. We knew that if these 3 could figure it out on the court, if Maxey and Embiid and Paul George figure it out, which it seems like they're just starting to figure it out, and what a great time to figure it out, as long as they stay healthy. This team is a team of the East, is a team that can contend. And they're showing it. They're taking the second best offensive team in the NBA, and they putting them in fits. You're taking Jalen Brown. You're getting him in foul trouble in the first quarter, in the third quarter. Jayson Tatum, he's coming back from an Achilles. Barely under a year, he's coming back, man. He's not fully healthy. And as they go, the team goes. And right now, they look like a battered, confused team. The first 3 games of the series, it seemed like, the first 4 games of the series, I'm going to say it looks like Boston had us, except for game 2. We couldn't figure them out. But now we figured them out. It looks like they don't know how to work out of it. They don't know how to work out of this funk, but just jack up more threes. And if that's their recipe, if that's their answer, if that's Boston's way of saying this is how we're going to win, then this is easy fix for the Sixers. You got to continue to play great perimeter defense. This is why the Sixers have been in these last two games, or not only been in these last two games, have dominated the last two games. They have out-rebounded the Boston Celtics. They've got to the hustle rebounds, and they've hit the threes. Now, this game, Game 6, I didn't really care for the Sixers missing a lot of mid-range shots, especially early in that first half. And there was plenty of times where I felt like through this game, the Sixers could have really put their foot on Boston's throat, especially in that third quarter. They were teeter-tottering between 15 and like 17 points, and I just felt like, man, if they could get it to like 22, 23, Boston would quit. Boston did. Backups came in, made it a little closer than normal, but you could feel the Sixers wasn't going to let that one go. With that being said, I have to apologize, man. I will be the first one. Listen, I didn't think the Sixers would get this far. The number one reason why I didn't think the Sixers would even get Game 7, and if you asked me before the series, not during the series, why the Sixers would not get to Game 7 with Boston is I didn't think Embiid would be here. And I'm like, well, how much of Embiid are we actually getting? Are we getting a 60%, 70% Embiid? And when are we getting him? Are we getting him when we're down 3-0? Are we getting him when we're down 2-1? And we got him when we were down 2-1. And I says, okay. And it didn't look good his first game back. Even with that, I'm like, okay, is this for show? And here I lie. They've been proving me a liar. I will be the first one to say I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm happy that I was wrong. This is a Game 7. To get here, the next team, if Boston, God forbid, we're here. I don't want them to win. They can't win. They can't win. But, man, listen, we took the best team in the East to 7 games. We have taken them. We're going to take it. I don't think they have an answer for Embiid. I think the quickness of BJ Edgecombe and the backcourt quickness of Tyrese Maxey is a blur. They're not used to that type of speed. And I think they're getting more comfortable playing with Joel Embiid out on the court. Role players. I mean, Quentin Grimes, the defense. Oubre, he was out there. Oubre was more of his least effective defensive game. I felt like he was a little grabby. He was a little out of position. It looked like he lost a lot of the physical toe-to-toe. I felt like he was getting bullied a little bit by Jalen Brown. I felt like he was the one they was picking on today. But he held his ground up. He had that wonderful block that led to the fast break. Beautiful fast break the Sixers had earlier. I just want to point this out. That was awesome. Joel Embiid takes the sideline down low, posting up. I forget the Boston player that comes over the double. He throws the behind the back pass. Beautiful. Right to Kelly Obrea, I believe. Awesome dunk. The play after that, Paul George on the fast break, behind the back pass to BJ Edgecombe for the dunk. These boys is out here playing. Game 7 is just around the corner. Saturday. I hope they make it a 7:30 game. I like me a good 7:30 game. Thing about 4:30, man, if they win, man, oh man, the city gonna go crazy. But I think the city gonna go crazier if that's 7:30, man. I feel like if you have the game at 7:30, you could do the family thing. If you got the family thing going on, anybody that works on Saturday, usually you could get off a little earlier so you could go home or go to your local bar or establishment and catch in a friend's house and catch the game. I just feel like a Saturday night in Boston is the way to go, man. It ain't up to me. It's up to the NBA. It don't matter. I'm gonna be there watching. I'm happy to be off of work. Listen, as a Sixer fan, you gotta be happy, man. This is it, man. We knew if we see Boston, whether it was the first round or the Eastern Conference Final at the beginning of the season, no matter how the train got there, the train got there. And the train was, if we match up with Boston, it's going to get to 7. And if that happens, you have to have Maxey, you have to have PG, and you have to have Embiid. That's the only way you're getting the 7 games with Boston. If I told you that at the beginning of the season, forget all that happened in the middle of the season. Forget Embiid didn't barely play, or Paul George got suspended 25 games, or we traded Jared McCain, or Maxey missed some games and VJ missed some games. Forget I told you all that. If I told you we will see Boston in the playoffs and it will be 7 games to beat them without knowing which round, you would know that, hey, we're going to have PG. We're going to have Maxey. We're going to have Embiid. Here we are. Here we are. It's Boston Game 7. We got Maxey. We got Embiid. We got PG. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6. Be there, be square.
76ers. Stomp your feet. Everybody.